Bookies. Today we are going to do the contemporary romance reader tag. So let's get started. I got this tag. Well, I saw like pretty purple polka dots do this tag. I thought it was fun. So I'm going to do it. I'm going to attempt to do it. I will link everything down below, including the questions, the original person, and where I got this tag from. So go check everything out down below. But get on with the questions. The first question is, what's the first contemporary romance you remember reading? Okay, so I was really never a real big contemporary romance fan until recently, but I don't know if it would qualify, but I used to read like classics, so probably, no, well, would Anne of Green Gables be considered historical? I don't even know. It's either Anne of Green Gables or maybe You'll Let Me Pass with, Are You There, God, It's Me, Margaret? I don't know. There was a period of time where I didn't read a lot, so you're gonna have to forgive me. But it's you know, one of those like really old classic books. Number 2, what's the last contemporary romance you read? According to my Google Sheets, it was The Matchbreaker Summer by Annie Raines. I gave that one a 3 out of 5. That one was okay, but it wasn't my favorite contemporary romance, let's just say that. Number 3, who are your favorite contemporary romance readers? I don't have a lot, so I just got 2. I got Ashley Poston. I love her Geekerella series. So it's Geekerella, The Princess and the Fangirl, and Bookies and the Beast. Those are the only 3 in this series. I need more. I'm just gonna leave it at I need more, because this is such a good series. You could just keep going on and on. I also really like Emily Henry. Now, while this one does have like magical realism, Emily Henry has come out with some more adult titles in the contemporary romance genre. They're all really good. She's a phenomenal writer. I highly recommend you check both of these people out. And number 4, who are your favorite underrated contemporary romance authors? Again, I have 2. It's not that these are unheard authors. I could do better on that front, but these are authors I don't see on a lot of lists. I have Ashley Elston. This is 10 Truths and a Dare, but the first book of hers that I read was 10 Blind Dates. Absolutely love that book. It was phenomenal. I read it on the car ride home. It was probably like a 2-hour car ride when I started it, and I finished like a 360, 400-page book in that time. So good. This one's also pretty good, and I would love it if she did more of the family in this series. I also have Advaita Jagadar. I'm still not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But The Henna Wars is an absolutely phenomenal book. And I'm really excited to read Honey in These Shoes, Guide to Fake Dating. I've not gotten to that yet because my March buddy reader dropped out. I don't know. So he never got back with me. So I'm still, it's somewhere in the house. I'll eventually get to it later. But both of these authors, I recommend you check out. Number 5, what book do you recommend a contemporary romance recommend to a contemporary romance beginner? So I do more of like YA contemporary romance. I've not stepped much into the adult genre. But if you're looking for a good one to start out with, that's contemporary romance YA. You should see Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. Super good. Sorry for the cat too. The cat is demanding food, I think. But You Should See Me in a Crown is about this girl who is trying to get a scholarship to go to her dream school, and the only way to get the said scholarship is to, sorry about the cat, is to participate and win, it's either prom or homecoming queen, so one of those two, and chaos ensues. It is also sapphic. Absolutely loved it. It's a great story. I love it. definitely check out. And it was such an easy read that I think this is why this would be really good for a beginner. Number 6. What are your favorite and least favorite contemporary romance tropes? So I'm not sure about least favorite, because I don't really have a lot that like turns me off of a book trope wise. But my favorite would have to be what's in this book and in 10 Blind Dates. It's family sets me up on blind dates with a lot of guys, and bachelorette style I have to go through. It's weird. It's a weird trope, I know, but I've read it in 2 books that it can be considered a trope now, right? But it's this is also a good book. It's The Jasmine Project by Meredith Ireland. Such a good trope. I don't know why I like it so much. Number 7. What are your favorite contemporary romance settings? Okay, so I have 2. I like anything that is set in like nature settings, like outdoor and everything, and national parks especially. So The Edge of Anything by Nora Shalloway Carpenter, super good, recommend. But I also like books that are set in places outside of the U.S., which is why I also chose Kisses and Croissants by Anne Sophia. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. I'm just going to leave it at that. But this one is set in France. Really love French settings, but Take Me Anywhere. That's not in the U.S. right now. Number 8. What was your favorite contemporary romance you read last year? Okay, so it's not much of a romance. It's slight on the romance, but Like Other Girls by Britta London was so good. I absolutely love this, and it is a sapphic book again, featuring our main character who was on the basketball team, but when she gets into a fight with another one of the girls, the basketball coach is like, you have proved to me that you can play sports without getting angry, so go play another sport. And she decides that she would prove her point by playing football to not show that she can get angry. Yeah, you know, it wasn't the best thought. Yeah, it wasn't the best thought out plan. My husband just gave a what the hell look. But it wasn't the best thought out plan, but she's a teenager. We were all there. We did not make good decisions. Number 9. What are your top 3 all-time favorite contemporary romance reads? Okay. I actually had them all on my shelf. I don't have a lot on my shelf now, but I actually had them all on my shelf. My first one is Happily Ever Afters by Elise Bryant. This is such a cute book. It is about our main character. Her and her family move to a new town. I think it's closer to where her brother gets his services, because he has a mental health disorder. But oh wait, no. It was either that or because of the writing program that she got. One of those two. Can't remember. Anyways, her brother factors into her story. But she's in this elite writing program. She's ready to go and take on the world, except she gets shy with because she writes romance. She writes romance. She's very shy to tell the class and read aloud her projects and stuff like that. So it's about her overcoming that and also falling for a couple of guys in the process. So good. Next one is If You Then Me by Yvonne Woon. This was such a good book, and then I loaned it to my coding friend Rachel, and she actually liked it pretty good too. This is about a girl who gets accepted into this, I mean, you can probably see a pattern here. I guess I kind of like elite school tropes too. Anyways, she gets accepted into this elite school where she can do all this programming stuff and compete with everyone else to get like the top prize of it's like your own brand or whatever. I can't remember. Anyways, super good top prize. But she gets caught up in the game and a lot of bad influences, a lot of bad adults that shouldn't have been talking to her. But yeah, she does meet a guy who helps keep her grounded. This is such a good book. It is so good, and I hardly see anyone talking about this. So I guess it's another one of my favorite underrated authors, but Yvonne Woon, you need to watch out for her because she's going to go places. And last one is Mason Deaver is I Wish You All the Best. Our main character, their name is, I think it's Ben. Yeah, Ben. Their main character, their name is Ben. When they come out as non-binary to their parents. Their parents do not react well. They kick them out. And Ben goes to live with their sister, who is also just now hearing the news. They are enrolled into a new school. They have anxiety. They're dealing with a lot of things. But they find solace in, what is his name? Nathan. Nathan is his name. They find solace in Nathan. Nathan is really good to Ben. It's such a sweet book about coming out and stuff like that. Such a good book. I highly recommend it. Number 10, what are your most anticipated contemporary romance releases this year? So I have 3 so far, because I'm horrible. I am horrible at remembering when stuff comes out. So one of them's already come out, but I've not read it yet, so don't come at me. But the first one that has already come out is She Gets the Girl by Rachel Lippincott and Allison Dirick. I am very, very excited for this one. I also am digging the rollerblades, and I want to go rollerblading now. It's going to be read, I'm hoping, before the end of April, but April has not been too good on the mental health, so I don't know if I'm going to read before the end of April. The next one that I have to read before the end of April is It's All in How You Fall by Sarah Henning. Okay, so the female character, she had an injury happen to her, and she's seeking help from him to help her get back into the groove to win some championships and stuff. So it's about them connecting over that. Don't have that much info. I just quickly skimmed the back. But it sounds really good. Please don't take my word for it. Please go read a good read thing. Because I have a lot to do today, so I'm trying to very much hurry this up. But anyways, it's really good. It sounds really good. And the last one is The Language of Seabirds by Will Taylor. I believe that this is a male-male romance. And the tagline says, sometimes when you least expect it, you meet the boy who will change your life. I'm here for it. Also, the seabirds. It looks cute. Looks like a summer romance. And then number 11. Tag some contemporary romance lovers to take this tag. I don't know any, but I tag you. If you really like contemporary romance, hey, do this tag. It's fun. So yeah, I think that is it, guys. I'm going to go and have a ton of stuff to do today. I have a ton of books to read too. Like, you know, those last 3 that I just showed you. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. See you again. Bye.